This here is Korean Evodia, and it's a tree. It's hard to believe that the seeds are, I'm used to something like an acorn or a chestnut. These are the seeds, supposedly. I bought seeds from two sources off of eBay. But this is from Korea, and this is a tree that has white flowers on it and produces a lot of nectar for the bees at a time where there's, what do they call it, a dearth, I think, where there's really no nectar flow going on. There are a couple of videos on YouTube. You can see the bees absolutely going, honeybees going absolutely crazy over the flowers on this. So they're recommending here to soak this for 24 hours before planting, so I think I'll do that. The other packet that I have somewhere, the seeds are smaller than this, but I'll plant both of them. So that's Korean Evodia, and I'll get back to you in 5 years on this, because I think that's when the plant will be old enough to start flowering. I don't know if there's a male and a female trees on this. One flowers, one I'm not certain, but you cannot find these plants anywhere. So the seeds are all over the place on eBay, on Amazon even. So I'll plant those. Some water in here. Now if they float, doesn't that mean that they're not viable? So that doesn't look good. Hi everyone, so today's Thursday, April 20th, and I soaked these Korean Evodia seeds for about 24 hours, and then I just used this conical coffee filter here to strain out all the water and get the seeds out of the container. And I'm looking and I'm thinking some of these have actually maybe split. I don't know if that's my imagination, but gotta get these in some trays. There's supposed to be like 300 seeds here, so I've got this tray here that I already put some of the Miwa kumquat seeds in. Like I think there's 6 cells here, so I use these, and I have another tray already filled up. I don't know, just lightly press these into the soil or just leave them on top. Okay, so I learned real quick that was going to be very tedious, so I just broadcast them on the top, and I'm putting some soil, light soil over them. This mix here was already wet. The other one is going to be dry, so I'll just place the seeds on top and press them in and water them. So water them in. Let's see if any of these germinate. Let's do the second tray. Got so many seeds here. That'll be the Johnny Korean Evodia seed guy. If I disperse these plants, not going to find out until 5 years from now. Well, I don't know. Let's see what the leaves look like just through this season here, if I'm able to identify them. Wow, there's a lot of seeds in each of these cells here, but Got a lot left over. Hi everyone, today's Saturday, June 17th, and these are Korean Evodia seedlings, or BB tree seedlings that I started a couple of months ago from seed. I want to start potting some of these up into individual containers. They're getting overcrowded here. I have multiple plants per cell. I think these are like 3-inch pots. So I'm looking at the strongest ones here, wanting to get them into, it's like a 6-inch pot. And hopefully in 5 years, in about 5 years, they're mature enough to start flowering. See the roots on this, a lot of roots. I think I'll start by taking this one off the side here. Oh, that's one. It looks like maybe 100 to go. So this one cell alone here, I got 8 Korean Evodia plants, individual plants. Trying to separate these. So I've got 2 trays here. Well, that's about 3/4. These are some seedlings, citrus seedlings. But these are all Evodia, and some of them have, looks like almost or more than 8 in one. So they didn't start off like this. I didn't think I was going to get such a high germination rate. It initially looked like only a small percentage was coming up, but eventually they all came up, or most of them. I've got, I don't know what I had, 200, 300 seeds, and I might have over 150 plants here. So you can see in this one, there's only 3. So they weren't as crowded, and I have really, this one here is the strongest of them all. It's sort of shading these, but I have a couple that I did the other day, and they really recovered pretty quick. Didn't look like they were stressed at all when I separated them and put them into these larger pots. I'm contemplating how many I'd like to keep for myself if they make it through the winter. So I have to separate all these. Korean Evodia, the BB tree. Oh, here's a cell without actually no seeds in it whatsoever. So they either didn't germinate or I didn't get any seeds in there. There's another one. Okay, I hold in my hand the last 2 Korean Evodia or BB trees that need to be separated. See the roots here? They're pretty good distance apart, so shouldn't be too catastrophic. Here we go. And now the last remaining plant. So this one can fill this slot. And I have here around 138 individual Korean Evodia trees, seedlings, saplings, or BB tree, also known as the BB tree. So we'll see how these progress in a month. Let's see, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trays here. 6 flats, 18 apiece. Have another one right there. And some of the stronger ones I potted up into larger pots. Probably be planting those myself. And this lone cell right here. I'll just put that there. So this is New England gardening. I started these from seeds a couple of months ago. I think I read online they're fast growers. So we'll see what these do, the ones that are in the larger pots here, 6-inch pots. So this is New England gardening. Thanks for watching.